We're back.
Aloha, sprinklerinos, and welcome back to our shit show. I
I'm
hope the
sorry,
shit
you can't
stinks.
keep taking someone else's like thingy. You can't keep taking
I
someone else's
I know.
thingy.
I'm sorry. God, I forgot your name. Sprinkle
Oh
of
my
glitter.
god. All the glitters is not gold. Okay. So it's been like X amount of months, maybe even a year since we've done this.
It's been an inexcusable amount of time since we've recorded.
See, our hair is different. That shows the natural passage of time because according to most movies, it's not possible for someone to have the same hairstyle for over a year.
Yeah,
I mean, that's true for us though.
a lot of things
We
have
can't have the
changed.
same hairstyle for the year. Yeah, we both moved and
Yeah,
got different jobs. I am no longer a teacher anymore, thank Jesus.
I am no longer serving coffee to lawyers.
But I'm a graduate teaching assistant. I am studying music history at my alma mater, where I got my bachelor's degree. So
Round of applause.
okay. She's a condescending asshole.
Tell me something I don't know. I'm an Aries.
There's so many things. Listen, there's so many things I could tell you that you do not know. Let me
Like
count the ways.
you told me your deepest, darkest secrets. I know everything about you.
I know everything about you.
Oh, by the way, I know nobody cares, but since the last time I've been on here, I've gotten rid of my Dahmer glasses. I can now see
Yeah,
clearly.
I took a laser pointer and just right in her fucking face.
Yeah, and it only costs $4.
Yeah, I wanted a McChicken.
Yeah, but you know,
I took a
eyesight,
lightsaber.
McChicken. You gotta.
I took a lightsaber and gave her a lobotomy, but it ended up just fixing her eyes.
Yeah.
And I wear glasses more so than not because during our hiatus we were actually estranged. It was a tough legal battle, but we've reconciled and everything's fine. No, we just kept doing our bullshit. We just never recorded it. Like we talk every single day.
We did. Every single day.
Oh, but yeah, I wear my glasses consistently now because at some point when I was moving, I cut my eye really, really bad and it made me not enjoy contacts anymore.
Literally the only person I've ever known to actually cut their eye.
My mother has too. Are you saying something about my mother?
Well, how do you manage to cut your eye? Like
You
on
can get
accident?
shit under your contacts.
Well, I used contacts from like 4th grade to like 6 months ago. I never managed to cut my eyes open.
Neither have I until literally this summer. And I've been using from 5th grade until now, which is technically longer than you because I'm older. So yeah, I got like a piece of dust or something under there and it cut my eye and it was
You know
very
what?
painful.
Most people don't like to rub in the fact that they're older.
Okay, maybe I'll consider that after I'm 30, but right now I'll do as I please. See, this is a podcast for the classy ladies.
This
And
is a podcast for the ADHD.
this is a podcast for the classy he, she, and theys and all in between.
Yes. The Zers.
Oh, a big life update as well. Big, huge announcement from me. Ava, would you do the honors?
Oh, she's become a K-pop stan, unfortunately. It literally happened overnight, and I have not heard the end of it. I have not heard the end of it.
I'm wearing a Stray Kids. Stray Kids. Oh, oh.
Oh, don't forget your little friend.
Shut up.
No, show us your little friend.
Oh.
Not your dick, your friend.
Don't talk about my dick like that. This is Foxy. I don't know how to actually say his name, but it's IN from Stray Kids. I have two more. I have the puppy for Sungmin and the bunny for Lino, because Lino's my bias. Ian's my bias wrecker. But I just got him, so he needs more cuddle time because the other ones had more cuddles. Yes, I used to talk major shit on K-pop, like major shit. I mean, the first thing that was ever introduced to the world for K-pop was fucking Psy. So obviously not off on the right foot. But yeah, I just assumed K-pop was gimmicky and cringy because of Psy. And my friend was BTS Army, and I judged her relentlessly. I'm like, who the fuck likes K-pop? Like, don't understand it. Doesn't make sense. Don't speak our language. No, I'm just kidding. But
You're
yeah,
sounding a lot like your ancestors.
oh, I didn't mean to.
It's fine. It's fine.
Basically, yeah, I mean, I didn't understand the concept of listening to music of like from a different language. And at the time, my taste in music wasn't quite so. I was into like, I went through a long phase of acoustic folk music, like the Civil Wars and stuff like that. And then I kind of made my way back to more like bass heavy electronic stuff. I'm everywhere, but I go through like certain phases. Like I listen to everything, but I have certain genre slash artist phases. But yeah, I judged her for years. And then randomly our friend Maggie got really into it and
Actually,
basically
it wasn't randomly. May I explain the transition that I accidentally sent her on?
okay.
So I'm a lifelong emo, and back in
Really?
the day, you may have heard of a band called 1OK Rock, who is still around, but they were very popular in 2014.
They are
Um,
Japanese.
they are Japanese. Maggie got into them, and because I was a fan back then, I started playing, like watching different music videos of them with her. And
Granted, we
some,
do know them because they performed with Five Sauce. They had a song with Five Sauce that was really good.
oh
So that's
no,
kind of how I
well,
didn't know them before that. I only knew them from that song.
I heard of them like around Ambition's time. So like when they collabed with Alex Gaskarth and then Five Sauce and
Hmm.
all of that.
I mean, that isn't that technically knowing One OK Rock from the same song?
Well, I didn't get into Five Sauce until like I was 16, 17. So technically I got into them through All Time Low.
Oh, so One OK Rock came before Five Sauce for you?
Yes,
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. Go on.
that is all. I got her into J Rock and then somehow that transitioned into Cake Pop. And now I have
Yeah,
not heard the end of it.
unfortunately. I didn't know that, but because all I know is it was a night that I was gone and they were hanging out. And then I come back and she's like, "Can I show you this?" I'm like, "Maggie, you know I don't like K-pop. I don't like K-pop." And then I would indulge her because I'm a nice person and I consider everything. I'm not a person that just like nixes most things. And so I was like, "It's fine." But it's like I was just like resisting. And
Yeah.
then one night Ava ditched us. So we thought a hilarious prank would be that, oh, Maggie turned me into a K-pop stan, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. Like there was supposed to be a prank on Ava, like, oh my gosh, look, I made him to a K-pop stan. So it's like, okay, you need to know like at least their names, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I can do that. Let's get her. And like, cause in my brain, I thought that was a hilarious prank. I don't fucking know. Okay.
Hit her in the fucking
And
ass.
yeah, I did. Because then I learned their names, and then I went down a rabbit hole of like watching their like funny compilations. I love funny compilations. Like, if I'm a fan of a band, I'm usually like more interested in the content, like their outside stuff, than their actual music. Like, of course, I listen to the music, but my bread and butter is like the quotes and the content and like the interviews and things like that. And of course, anyone who's a K-pop stan, that shit is plentiful. Like K-pop bands feed their fandoms well. Um like imagine a well-fed fandom like of K-pop is very Renaissance. But the Five Sauce, like I'm talking body types, like the Renaissance body type, beautifully plump. And then the Five Sauce fandom body types, Ava knows where I'm going, is fucking heroin chic. Someone send me 35 cents every day because I'm starving for content, Five Sauce. Where's the content?
I'm sorry. I love you guys, Five Sauce, but you guys fucking starve us.
Stop calling us fat. You will live on a diet of saltines and tang, and you will never leave this room again.
Christina, bring me the
Me the
axe.
axe. Name that movie, both movies.
Oh, well, Mommy Dearest, and then Tang and
Saltines and Tang.
Saltines
She,
and
she was tying someone up.
oh, Hairspray.
Allison Janney, the one and only. She is an icon. But I'm not gonna go down a tangent. So yeah, I like K-pop now, but really I only like Stray Kids. And I'm entertained by BTS. I've been getting a few of their things and I like a few of their songs. But yeah, I am a stay now. I'm still a Five Sauce stan, but I was just gonna mention real quick that I don't have purple and blue hair anymore. I finally got the color out, so then I actually went a little darker and it got a little money piece going on up here.
I know she copied me,
Also,
but without the purple and blue.
I mean, what? How about y'all pause this real quick? Go back on our YouTube and go back to one of our first podcasts with Ava's fucking like blonde or fucking bleach blonde hair, because that was a moment.
That was a moment.
Also, Stray Kids, we the best music. DJ Khaled, why am I yelling? Anyways,
Speaking of being a whore for random people,
oh, here we go.
Yep,
She says I have a problem. She has a problem.
Well, I've figured out that I have a type.
Yeah, we did figure that out.
We
but
both
it's the
realized.
it's a little we have preferences.
Recently I've been getting into The Last of Us, which I'm trying to convince Sierra to watch because it is so fucking good.
I don't like zombie apocalypse stuff. Like, it's depressing to me. I don't want to, because that like could actually be our future, and that's depressing to me. So I'm so sorry. I prefer history because it's like at least I can pretend the future isn't going where it's going. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I like historical stuff.
Anyway, so this is gonna be a story time. Around the time that Last of Us came out, I was not interested in it because like I don't really like those TV shows that are based off of like something, especially video games, because they tend to butcher them horrifically.
I don't know. I feel like series are like, if we're talking probability here, the probability that a series is gonna ruin a book is less likely than a movie, because like they can take more time with a series and be more accurate. But I know what you're saying, because Kindred was not that.
Oh, can we talk about Kindred?
Are we gonna get to the thing we were gonna do on this podcast at some point?
TLDR. I saw an interview with Pedro Pascal on Instagram. I became a fucking whore. I painted this.
It's really cool. For anyone who can't see who's listening, she painted a really cool painting of Pedro Pascal.
Yes. But anyway, back to Kindred. Kindred has been my favorite book since high school, and I was so excited when I saw that they made a series based off of Kindred. I was so fucking excited. And then when I saw, I literally 10 minutes in, I was just so incredibly angry. I was just hate watching it at that point. I could not believe you could.
It's like as bad as Percy Jackson.
Kindred is one of those books, like it is so incredibly good. You could do so much with it, but they still managed to butcher it so badly. And it honestly pisses me off to even think about.
Yeah, if anyone's been was a Percy Jackson kid, that is exactly how Percy Jackson people feel about the fucking Percy Jackson movies. I mean, To All the Boys I Loved Before, that was my high school series, but it's been so long since I read it, so I don't really know about the accuracy. But I like the movies. I mean, they're fine. They're a little cheesy, but they're for somebody. But yeah.
Anyway, sorry to get off.
Another thing that we've been like watching a lot more of, like coming back to, we've been watching a lot of South Park for some reason. It's like, it's literally the show we watch. Oh shit. See, my microphone fucking falling. I'm gonna cry. It's fine. Everything's fine. When I tell you the amount of effort I put into this podcast is like almost more than some of my homework, my graduate level homework. And I'm a research assistant and a teaching assistant. Like I do a lot of research because I'm going into museum history, public history. Anyways, the amount of effort I put into it, and it took so long, and I'm so frustrated. Everything is just like falling apart. But we've been watching a lot of South Park. It's been our default thing when we can't figure out what we want to watch, we watch South Park. Because it's pretty mindless and fun. And yeah, so we decided, sly camera, for those that are listening, I made a chart of the moral alignment chart, which is, lawful good, neutral good, the grid that's like, what is it, 9? Yep. No. One second. I tried to move it over and my push pin came undone. So let's fix that real quick. Cause let me
Cue
go.
Jeopardy music here.
No, we can't. We'll get copyright. Yeah. Because people watch enough to like pay attention.
True.
It's a cork board with envelopes that say lawful good, neutral good, blah 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 blah. And I took the time and printed out every major South Park character. Basically, I went to the South Park wiki, fandom wiki, and just clicked major characters. And this is what they came up with. I have 57 characters from this article, but I added 11 more characters. Well, characters slash groups of characters. Like, I'm not gonna give it away, but like a group that's from the actual article is the goth kids. So you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like the groups of people that I thought were iconic enough to add. And I thought it'd be fun if my microphone wouldn't like motorboat me in the middle of the podcast. Um, Imagine motorboating like a flat chested girl just. Y'all should watch this on YouTube because it you're not getting the full story.
You're not getting the full satisfaction.
I was quoting RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's like you're only getting half the story. But
Oh,
yeah, the dumb shit we do with our faces is even better than our voices. Oh
true.
yeah. I printed out every single, so I have 57 characters, 11 that I've added that I thought were worth ranking and putting in the moral alignment chart. And I thought it'd be a fun game to see if Ava could guess which ones I added and which ones are on the article that I took it from. But I have a way of knowing which ones they are. She doesn't know what they are. I have labeled them as such so that I know which ones are not there just so I could remember. And where the fuck did my I wrote notes for
She
this.
did right now. She is very
'Cause
committed to this.
I was excited, okay? This is the only thing I enjoyed about being a teacher was like making bulletin boards and like being creative in that way because like also like the cutting out of stuff is kind of zen for me because you can kind of zone out. But oh, I forgot about the trigger warning. We're talking about South Park and all the different characters, so every
It's
trigger
gonna
warning you
be
could possibly fucking think of because this is South Park.
nobody's
Duh.
safe in South Park. Nobody's safe in South Park.
Also, nobody's safe with the shit me and Ava say sometimes.
Yeah,
We're bad
yeah.
people.
We were
We're
raised
bad
on South
fucking
Park.
people. That's true though. Like my because I had older siblings and my parents didn't really pay attention. They just saw animation like, oh, it's for kids. Like so I watched like Family Guy with like my teenage siblings and South Park and all the ones. Like everyone would want to come to my house so that they could sneak in and watch South Park because all their parents wouldn't let them watch South Park.
Oh, literally, my parents did not give a shit what I watched. My dad literally showed me like Jackass.
Oh
My
yeah. Like one of the first movies I remember going to in the movie theater was Meet the Fockers. I was like
oh yeah,
7.
wasn't your first movie
Like
like Haunting in Connecticut or something?
no, my that was just a traumatic event for me.
Ah,
The first funny story, the first movie I ever remember going to was The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. It might have been the second one. And there was a huge storm and it like the power went out at like 30 minutes in and we had to leave.
ugh.
But yeah, Meet the Fockers was one of my first movies as well. But basically my dad dragged me to a haunting in Connecticut. My dad's not a good person. Let's get that out of the way. So if you ever hear me talking about my father, he's not really a father. He was kind of even then he wasn't really there. It's like I'd rather have a dad that was never there than the father that I did have. You know what I mean? It's like you should just leave at that point.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But where was I going?
We were talking about all the trigger warnings.
Yeah. My father took me to the haunting in Connecticut, and it was absolutely traumatizing for me because for a good part of my youth, I am on the spectrum and I have ADHD. Let's get that out of the way. I don't know if you've noticed from any of our other podcasts, if you're like a fan, if you will, a stan. I think we're the only ones who listen to our podcast, but it makes me laugh. So I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was as a child and for most of my life, I didn't understand horror movies, and like I was terrified of them because I logically couldn't understand that that shit wasn't real. Like I was terrified of Chucky, I was terrified of vampires, like I was terrified of just about everything because I couldn't like. Now I can tell myself like I love watching it. I actually love horror movies now because I love poking out the side of like the stupid decisions, the stupid logic, but also the if the special effects are really bad. That's what keeps me
Oh,
from being very scared by horror movies. But
yeah.
off of that tangent, I was terrified. I hated it. I sat outside in the lobby because I was pissed that honestly, now that I think about it, I lived like a few blocks from the movie theater. I should have just walked my fucking ass home.
How old were you at the time?
I feel like I was like between 10 and 12. I repressed most of my
I feel like
life.
that's asking to get kidnapped, though, straight up.
I mean, it's small town Kansas. Like small.
That's always
town
where it
Kansas.
happens.
I can't think of a single town in Kansas where people have been kidnapped. Maybe in like Ohio. Yeah.
Fuck Ohio.
And like of course we're fans of South Park, but there are like 26 seasons, so like there's a shit ton to keep track of. So if we like missed anyone or can't remember all the details about like certain characters, sorry. So
Yeah.
sorry. I'm standing outside of South Park Elementary School where Sierra and Ava have to do a take 2 on our podcast.
Tom,
it
I'm
is the
standing
next day.
Tom, I'm standing here, and all I can see is an emo bitch standing in front of me.
The shirt is K-pop. This is Stray Kids.
I know, but you're being say otherwise.
Stray Kids. Whoo. Hey, I just got a haircut. I need you to stop. My hair is stubborn. Anyways, starting off strong with the one and only Towley.
Oh,
Wanna get high?
our fellow little
Don't forget to
stone
bring a
towel.
towel.
Don't forget to bring your towel.
I want to know though, because everyone's like, you're just in the recent episodes with Towley, they're like, you're a fucking towel. And it's like, is that like a euphemism for something? Or like, is that like an insult that I don't know about?
Not that I know of. Not that I can think of.
Okay.
A wet towel? Like you're lame?
Oh, like a wet blanket.
Yeah, like wet blanket.
Wet blanket makes more sense because towels, that's their jobs.
But then again, he's only a little hand towel, so he can't really be a blanket. Unless it's like for Barbie.
I think he's chaotic neutral. Loves chaos, good or bad, doesn't really care about what it says and always does their own thing.
Yeah, I'd say that he tends to be good, but he also smokes
chaotic
crack.
good. Oh no, apparently smoking crack makes you a bad person, everyone.
Sierra, is there something that you need to share with the class?
No, I've never smoked crack.
Thank God. Anyway.
I laughed, but I seriously have never smoked crack in my life.
Honestly, I'm very glad that you've never smoked crack because you would be a hotter mess than you already are.
Why would I smoke crack? Now my
you're a
mom's hearing
crackhead.
this upstairs. Chaotic good, here we go.
Shove them all
next
in there.
character. Oh no, here we go. Heidi Turner.
I'm gonna stick with my original opinion. She is chaotic neutral.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like I still think she's a fucking saint for dealing with Cartman's shit.
I just feel like once she started getting fat and abusive, like you kind of lose empathy for her. It's like a serial killer when they have a really shitty childhood and they get like beaten shit. It's like, yeah, like that sucks, but that doesn't mean you get to murder people.
Okay, but like date Cartman and like tell me how your mental state is afterwards.
Honestly, even in 4th grade, I would have higher standards still. I just fucking remembered. I had a bully exactly like Cartman.
Really?
Like
Oh,
fat,
no.
an asshole. His name was Dakota. I literally
I'm gonna
almost fought
say
him on
I
the
have never
playground.
met an enjoyable person named Dakota. I'm sorry.
No. Just
Except
as
for
enjoyable as
maybe,
Dakota.
like Dakota
it's
Johnson.
Dakota.
I've never met her, but Dakota Johnson is pretty okay.
Yeah, she seems chill.
Oh, a favorite of mine, Scott
Ooh.
Malkinson.
Scott!
Scott
Oh.
Malkinson is one of my favorite characters, especially in the video game. I love the video game. I never got to play it, but I watch a lot of YouTubers do it, and I really want to play it. But he's got really good stats in the. There's a video game about when they played Wizards and like Dungeons and Dragons, But then there's a game based on the Coon and Friends, and he's got really good stats in the Coon and Friends.
Honestly, solely based on like the diabetes episode where he was kind of being a dick. Between lawful
The girl with the
neutral,
diabetes.
yeah, the girl with the diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Just I'm stuck between like true neutral and lawful neutral.
Yeah, I say lawful neutral would follow pretty much any rule, no matter what it is, even if the rule is unjust or evil. Just because we've never really seen him be defiant.
Yeah, I would. Well,
He,
he kind of
he's just one of
like,
those kids that has to get. He's just one of those kids that fucking deals with Cartman as well, you know?
yeah, the only really defiant thing he's done is he bought a Disney Plus passcode to
Oh
watch
yeah.
Mandalorian.
And then like all the streaming services went down or the internet went down or something.
Yeah, which honestly, I would buy somebody's passcode to see Petra Pascal any day of the week.
But it's just like oh my gosh. But it's just like at that point just buy a Disney Plus account.
Yeah, but he's in fourth grade. What the fuck is he gonna buy it with? His parents' money?
How is he buying the passcode?
Well, I mean, fourth graders, you can trade like a fucking Pokemon card for, well,
See, in my elementary school, I don't know. I don't really remember us doing a lot of trading or like
yeah.
secretive stuff because not a lot of things were like off limits in our school. Like stupid things, I should say. Like obviously you couldn't bring a knife to school.
Honestly, it's like really weird, my elementary school experience, because there was not like, oh, you want to trade some like pencils for something, you want to trade Pokemon cards. It was literally one kid who was dealing like hard drugs because his older brother would give him drugs to sell to elementary
Hey.
schoolers. Like, worst fucking clientele you could ask for.
Hey, you want to buy a sundial?
You want to buy the letter O?
Or today's drug bus is brought to you by the letter O.
Oh no, I'm going to prison.
I was thinking opioids, but that works too.
Oh, yeah, opioids. That was a better one.
Oh, marijuana.
Oh my.
Oh my. Anyways, we have a main character, Kyle
Kyle Broflovski.
I feel like he like because all he ever really does is just like deal with Cartman's shit and like clean up Cartman's mess, you know? Just take the brunt of Cartman's bullshit.
I agree with that, honestly. Put him in there.
That's my boy. Proud of you, Kyle. Oh,
We
here
stand.
we go.
We stand.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Poopy face tomato nose.
Poopy face tomato nose. Even though he doesn't have a nose.
I thought he had a. Oh no, he just has a mouth.
Poopy face potato. No, what? Potato nose.
Poopy face, no nose.
Poopy face Christmas. Anyways, I don't remember him doing much. I mean, I think he's nice, sir, because he's like the Christmas, like he's like a Christmas thing, kind of like Santa, you know.
He's our favorite little shit.
Just because he's made of shit doesn't mean he's a bad person. Well, he's a
No.
bad person.
That's why he's a true lawful good.
Yeah, he's a lawful good. I don't really remember much of him other than just kind of showing up.
Yeah, honestly, I don't
Howdy
either. That's all I remember him. How?
Oh no, here we go.
This is where it gets
Jeez.
interesting. Jesus Christ.
It is. It's Jesus Christ.
We have to put him in lawful good. He is our favorite bisexual hipster.
Do
We
we-
definitely boned Judas and Mary Magdalene.
I mean, I'll write that fanfic. I'll read it. The
Yeah,
whole
we still-
Bible's a fanfic.
We need to make that a podcast episode, just us writing Judas
Yeah.
and Jesus fanfic.
Yeah, I'd love to be hate crimed.
Yes, but I am dead serious about writing a Judas and Jesus fanfic. Comment down below if you'd like us to write that.
That just makes me uncomfy. That just like gives me. I
Why
don't know,
else would he
that seems-
betray Jesus so avidly? That motherfucker boned him horribly, and he was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm throwing you to the Romans. I'm throwing you to the
Okay.
lions.
No, there's got to be something more because bad sex doesn't just like make you want to fucking.
He probably
ruin
had
someone's
really bad
entire
swamp
life.
ass.
I'm sorry.
He had swamp ass. It was BC era. They didn't wash regularly.
Timmer. Anyways,
Lawful good.
I feel uncomfortable because I respect all religions, and so I feel very uncomfortable right now. My favorite character, I love Timur. Timur. His name is Timmy Birch. A lot of these people had last names. I had no idea had last names or names
I'm-
at all, for that matter.
You know what? He got Jimmy off of steroids, so I'm gonna put him in lawful good.
Yeah, no, he's always trying to like save someone. He's always trying to like fix shit.
He truly
But
cannot do
the problem is no one understands him, unfortunately.
Well, Jimmy understands him.
I love a good character that only says one word but somehow has a language that people can understand. Like Schnitzel from Chowder, or like I Am Groot.
Rada.
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 Rada. Or the one episode where he's like, my name is Schnitzel.
Honestly, can we just talk about how great Chowder is and how it was so slept on.
Listen, we might make this a thing. If our one listener has any suggestion for shows.
If Shira has any suggestions, because she's our only listener.
I do listen. I find us hilarious, so.
She's our biggest fan.
Anyways, here you go, Timmy. What about you? What do you do?
Well, I mean, you're a bigger
lifeless
fan
one?
than me. I'm just here for the
I've
chaos.
only, like I watch our shorts occasionally because they make me laugh. Otherwise, I listen to our podcast like once and then I'm done. Like once we put it out, I'll listen to it to like once and then move on.
Oh, I love
Here's
our
a guy I
shorts,
didn't-
honestly.
Anyway, here's our next boy who I honestly thought, like, I always think it's Kenny's dad or some way related to Kenny's mom, but this is Daryl Weathers.
He's our hillbilly.
They took our germs.
They took our jobs.
I say that all the time. I go, they took our germs. Yeah, your microphone gave up on that one.
It came up last night too. Whenever I did that.
So that means you should shut the fuck up.
You know what?
For our lovely listeners, she's
For our
flipping me off like a douchebag. I'm gonna say Daryl is is just chaotic neutral because he's just a lazy bitch.
Yeah, we all relate to Daryl.
Yeah, he just does his own thing. He's just lazy. He doesn't want to do any jobs, but then he's like, they took our jobs.
Yeah.
Our one and only. Oh. An icon. A legend. Snooky.
She wants snoosh.
We said that at the same time on my end.
And Snooki is truly a New Jersey icon.
It's just a Jersey thing.
It's just a Jersey thing.
Snooki wants smish smish.
She's
chaotic neutral because she's an animal. Like in the context of the show, she's just like an animal, a wild animal that just like fucks around.
I second that.
Yes.
We love Snooki.
I mean, that's kind of what she is in real life.
Mm-hmm. She's
Speaking
a
of
party
Kenny's
animal.
mom,
Kenny's
Carol
mom.
McCormick.
Miss
Kenny's
Carol.
mom. I'm with stupid.
Hmm.
Yeah, her name's Carol.
I don't really remember Carol doing much. I think she smoked meth, but that's all I remember.
Yeah, all I remember is like her parent. Like the joke is the parents are always fighting with each other or smoking crack together. Like that's the only time I've really seen them in the show.
Yeah. So
We're just gonna
chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Don't smoke crack, everyone.
Don't smoke
Don't
crack,
smoke methamphetamines.
especially if you have children. Only take it if you have diagnosed ADHD.
Don't smoke crack unless you're a dog mom.
Oh,
Just kidding. Don't smoke crack. Here we go.
our favorite, Mr. Randy Marsh.
Randy Marsh. Is it even a question of him not being anything other than chaotic neutral?
Absolutely, he's a chaotic neutral.
Motherfucker is the definition of chaos. It's like we have people in the chaotic neutral, but here's your ruler, here's your king.
If we had just a chaos envelope, we would put him in there.
That's what chaotic neutral is.
Pure chaos.
But it's like some are low grade chaos because they're neutral as fuck, but we needed them to be chaotic because they break the rules. But
Yes. So just with
you want to talk about chaos?
erotic murder porn.
I am Lord. Yeah.
Lord.
Lord. Oh yeah, my clit. Yeah. This is a stupid
Shelly, I'm
fucking episode.
sorry. I'm Lord.
Dad, why did you get on
Dad.
stage and rub your clit in front of everyone? Well, if you want to get technical, it's not even a clit, so I didn't rub anything.
Amen, brother.
Integrity weed.
At Integrity Weed, we have our own special strain. It's called erotic
I
murder
would
porn,
love,
mixed with a little bit of
honestly,
Lord.
honestly, I would love to smoke Brandy's weed.
I feel like it's really good, like unironically.
You can really taste the Irish.
Like if we were to, I feel like if we were to compare Tolkien's dad's weed and Randy's weed, Randy would definitely have the best.
I would still smoke Lord of the Rings weed.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's just
Honestly,
different.
I'm gonna keep that intrusive thought to myself.
I mean, I think Tolkien's dad does like more indica, whereas I bet Randy does like hybrids or sativa, like sativa hybrids.
True.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, my light.
Twang Lu Kim.
Hold on. Let there be light.
Was I supposed to laugh?
In the beginning, the Lord said that there be light.
I'm done with this conversation. Anyways,
Okay.
here's another.
I feel like he's a true neutral.
I mean, he's pretty chaotic though. He's like, I mean, this is in terms of like, would he follow the rules? Yeah, he is kind of there, but his personality is chaotic.
Yeah, but he tried to cure racism with the Japanese.
But he was also racist towards the Japanese. You Japanese dog. Yeah.
I'm gonna say chaotic neutral.
I'm going to say chaotic good.
You know what? I say go for it.
Because
Makes
it's like,
sense.
because most of this stuff is based on if you follow the rules or not. And he hasn't really done anything to like not follow the rules. Except he is a white guy with DID. So forgot about that episode.
We don't talk about that. Mostly because I've never seen that episode.
Here's the one.
Here's Johnny.
Shelley Marsh. Honestly, an underrated character. Like she's been in it a little bit more in the more recent seasons. She was kind of gone there for a while, but she entertains the fuck out of me.
I'm gonna call her chaotic good.
Freaking turds!
Freaking turds!
Oh, especially the internet episode where they basically it was like they were in the Great Depression, but with internet, and like we're gonna go to California where they got internet for miles.
Internet everywhere.
Yes. And she's like, I just want to talk to my online boyfriend, Amir. Like they were in a refugee camp. And it was like, he's like, are you Shelly? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, there was an awkward silence. He's like, so I'll email you when I get home. And she's like, yeah, that's cool.
That is truly internet friends meeting every time.
I just called you a fuckface and told you to get in the car because I was tired of being in the airport.
Yeah. But then it took two of us to try and figure out how to like leave the airport.
I will say that machine was being weird.
That machine was being racist.
We were a car full of white girls. Oh my god.
Well, you know what? Maybe that machine was gray.
Anyways, chef.
Chaotic evil.
Yeah. He always was nice to them. He was always nice to the kids, and then he came back as a zombie. So, like, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
You know what? Bitch. If Chef wasn't a Scientologist, we would still have him. Rest in peace.
Mayor McDaniels.
I know you have strong opinions about Mayor McDaniels, so you can take this one.
I think she's lawful evil because she's a dick and she's a leader, which lawful evil is all about seeing other people suffer, but wants a sort of order. So they will seek either being a corrupt leader or under a corrupt leader. So, and plus, like, in the video game, she was like paying people off to like basically she was paying people to create crime in South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was a total dick to Officer Barnaby in that one episode where they fired him, then begged him to come back and then fired him again. So I don't like you, Mayor McDaniels, at all.
That poor senior dog had to suffer because of it.
I know. We need to take care of people so that they can take care of their dogs. Could it be Satan?
Listen, listen.
He's at least
I
got to be in the evils.
I'm gonna call him
He's
either
going.
lawful evil or chaotic evil.
I don't know. I feel like he's neutral evil because he like. How does it say? Just like seeing people suffer, will or won't follow the rules. Any less evil, not any less evil than chaotic evil. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong one. Depending on whether those rules cause suffering or not. Because like Satan kind of does his own thing, but he's obviously still fucking Satan.
Yeah, that's true.
The Sweet 16 episode fucking sends me every time. There's nothing I love more than Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy as the Three Stooges. That fucking killed me. I loved it. It was so funny.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Hmm.
Brother.
Howdy ho, Satan.
Howdy ho, Satan. Oh, we have an anagram here. Santa.
Santa! God, I don't remember
He-
much of Santa.
I thought Santa was super shitty in the show.
Yeah, I remember him being shitty, but then you said that he was. Didn't you say he was good in the game?
Well, good-ish. I mean, I'm sure he's still like awful, but in the Coon movie, they basically can like time travel, and they traveled forward in time when Mitch Connor was the mayor, and shit was going to hell in a handbasket. The woodland critters were coming to attack all the main characters, and they were like, no. And they managed to get Santa to come in and fuck shit up. But it's like, I mean, that's not to say he's not a bad person or a bad character. I just don't remember him from the show that much.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's call him neutral evil because we know he's bad, but we can't remember exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na. My favorite episode of South Park is probably Elementary School Musical is up there. I also enjoy the Jennifer Lopez episode because the Taco Taco Burrito song is fucking entertaining, and I don't care who knows.
It is very entertaining. Off the top of my head.
The internet episode where Butter sings what in the butt. That's a good one too. I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt. You want to do it in my butt? In my butt?
Honestly, I feel like out of all the episodes, the Middle School Musical will always be superior.
You
I
got
will
to
slap
do
you
what
so
you...
hard.
I will slap you. I'll slap you.
Slap you silly.
I'm slapping you in your face. You go right up there, mister, and you sing a ballad. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Next up. Oh, I was also saying, yeah. You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? Butters is probably one of my favorite characters. Butters and Scott Malkinson. Anyways, next up, Herbert Garrison.
Mr. Garrison.
I wonder what his female name was, or what if he had a different name when he identified as female.
I think it was just Mrs. Garrison, as far as I know.
Yeah, everyone always called him Mrs. or Miss, just Mrs. Garrison.
Yeah.
But he's probably chaotic neutral. No, he's probably,
chaotic evil. The AI episode.
But also, I think he's lawful evil because he literally became the president and fucked shit up.
Honestly, makes sense.
And he was such a fucking shithead in the classroom too, and that is a leadership position. Mr.
Hat. We love him. I
don't
barely
remember him.
I barely remember him, but I feel like they did the whole thing with like good person, evil puppet when he was a thing.
I thought it was evil person because we just put Mr. Garrison in lawful evil.
No, but he became lawful evil like after Mr. Hat.
Oh,
he
like after Mr. Slave? He became more lawful evil after Mr. Slave broke up with him for being a woman.
Well, yeah, kind of. I feel like
he was always kind of a shithead.
Yeah,
I mean, in the classroom, he was always a dick, but then like shit got wild after the evolution episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mr. Hat, where do you live? Can we? Maybe we should make him true neutral because he is being controlled by somebody else.
Fair enough. Our true neutral.
Goodbye, Bubby. Mitch Connor.
Oh my God.
I chose the picture where he's dressed up as Jennifer Lopez.
The only appropriate way to do it. She is. Well, were we talking about him or her?
I'm talking about Mitch Connor, like Cartman's
I,
hand,
I
which I'm gonna
wasn't
put lawful evil as well because in the video game he was trying to take over South Park.
okay. I'm gonna go with you on that because I don't really remember him.
Yeah, he's the one. He's like Mitch Connor.
I know the
Basically, he's
name.
a con man. From what I remember in the Jennifer Lopez episode, he was basically a con man, and then in the video game, he took over. He tried to take over South Park.
Honestly, the only thing I really remember of him is Jennifer Lopez.
Spicier,
Spicier, mi amor.
spicier. Taco, taco, burrito, taco, taco, burrito. Here we have a group of people, loosely saying people, crab people, crab people, crab people.
I honestly do not remember crab people, except that they were
No.
shits. They were bad.
In the video game, crab people took over, like all of the like sell places for some reason. But I'm gonna call them lawful evil again because they were aliens trying to take over the Earth,
They're like Oompa Loompas.
but like not at the same time.
Yeah, they're not human.
If we actually had crab people, that could probably like God, just like eating an entire population of crab people could like help starvation. I know not everyone likes crab, but like there and that's a good place to start.
I love crab. I told you about me and my cousin. Did I tell you about me and my cousin like literally sitting down at Christmas and destroying like 10 pounds of crab by ourselves?
No, but you just did.
It was the last Christmas before my papa died, and it's like a thing in our family. We do fish for like New Year, Christmas
Mm.
Eve, and Christmas Day.
Is that like a Catholic thing
I
or just a
don't.
you thing?
I think it's like an Italian thing, like lamb.
I mean, us white people over here, we're like Mayflower white people. Like we are the whitest of the white. But for Thanksgiving, we don't really have turkey. We usually have different soups because it's easier, and no one really likes. No, we don't really need a big ass turkey. No one really cares for it. It's fine. Like, I'm just getting at, I'm talking like English, German, Irish, Scottish, I call myself like the Mayflower because I'm pretty sure like I don't have anything interesting about myself, like immigrant parents or anyone that lives over in a different country because that's just how white I am. But
Your family is Civil War white.
yeah, like my great however many great uncles was Andrew Jackson's vice president, John C. Calhoun. So yeah, don't like to claim that side of the family, but I'm pretty sure we were at least Mayflower. I believe we were like Mayflower Americans because my dad likes to claim we were related to Betsy Ross, which I don't believe. I'm pretty sure I've heard anywhere that we're not even sure if Betsy Ross is a real person, but like a folk tale to like who sewn the flag. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. But
I
yeah,
mean,
John C. Calhoun is a real person, and he's literally John Green calls him a vampire
honestly,
in Crash Course.
if we are playing devil's advocate, every fascist country, America's not fascist yet, but not yet. But every fascist leader has had their own Betsy Ross. So if she was not real, I would not be surprised.
I mean, I don't know. Like, she could be a real person, but I've heard so many different things surrounding who did the flag that it's like, no fucking idea. I don't care.
For all we know,
don't.
it was sewn by a slave, and a white person just took credit for it, like always. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Leanne Cartman, lawful good.
Lawful good.
She tries her best.
She gives Cartman way too much credit than he deserves.
But Cartman also uses that fully to his advantage.
He is
Here we
truly a
go.
narcissistic boy. Oh my god.
Here's a group, the sixth graders. This is definitely neutral evil.
That look neutral evil, correct. But that looks like, oh god, something out of a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what sixth graders are.
That
Trust
looks
me,
like
I know.
that looks like the title card to like an anime. Like what's it called?
Were you-
Naruto. Dragon
Yeah,
Ball Z.
those very much because those are the kind of animes where it's like you know exactly who the fucking villain is because of how it's animated.
Oh yeah, like they shove it directly in your face. Like, can you see it? Can you see it?
See,
No, bitch.
Inuyasha is classy.
You've been talking so much about Inuyasha lately.
Inuyasha. I love Inuyasha. I used to watch it when I was a kid, and now since they put it on Hulu, I've been rewatching it. I haven't watched it recently. I watched few episodes while I was doing the dishes one time, but I love Inuyasha. Just me, just girly things. Anyways,
Nice.
the power duos themselves, Terrence and Philip.
Terrence and Philip. Oh God, they're misogynists, but also they're funny.
I think they're just chaotic neutral. They just do their own thing. They just fart.
Yeah, put them in chaotic neutral.
You're not my buddy, guy. I'm not your
I'm not.
guy, friend.
I'm not your friend, pal. I literally did that with my cousin the other day, and she was
They actually
just
knew.
didn't even. No, she didn't know,
Aw,
and that
that's
made
the
it so
best
much
part.
funnier.
My friends used to do that. I used to do that with my friends, like across the playground. Yeah. Yes, I said playground because I had older siblings and my mom just saw animation and thought like Family Guy was okay, you know? And it was like it's easier than the fight that would be had to watch what we wanted to watch. So yes,
Yeah,
I watched a lot of stuff. So it'd be like, I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
the
And it would
the
just go
shows
on for hours.
the shows that our generation grew up with would never pass today. They like old
The only
school Family Guy, old school Family Guy, like when Seth was still writing it. South Park, Jackass.
See, the only like offensive TV shows that actually survive are the ones that are still going. Like I don't know of any like offensive shows that are currently coming out.
Yeah, no. Brandon Rogers is still carrying like the offensive comedy
Oh
on
yeah.
YouTube. I s- I remember you remember that clip that came out of him, like they were doing a thing at the gas station and Brandon Rogers was just there pumping his gas.
No.
It was like a news clip because it was right when like the prices skyrocketed for gas. Like
Oh
they went
yeah.
up $1
Hmm.
and they were doing it about how it was like $6 or $7 a gallon in California. And they just go to Brandon Rogers and he's just like, I don't like it, but I have places to be.
That was me when the gas prices went up and everyone was like trying to find someone to blame. I'm just trying to get to places.
I'm just trying to afford my car.
But I quite enjoy Brandon Rogers. Where are the tampons?
Try me, bitch.
Try me, bitch. See, I think the reason that like South Park and most of these offensive shows work is they make fun of literally everybody. They don't make fun of just Republicans, or they don't just make fun of gay people. Whatever's on the left, whatever's happening on the left side, drag queens, gay people. You know, they don't just make fun of one side of it. They make fun of literally everyone.
Yeah, nobody is
No
safe.
one is safe. Yes, exactly. Even, oh my gosh, what is the most purest thing they've made fun of? I mean, the shit they make Butters do.
Yeah, true.
Like when Butters accidentally opened up when Butters accidentally became a pimp.
Oh
Not
my
accidentally, but like
He
didn't realize
became
he was becoming a
but
pimp.
didn't realize he was sex trafficking.
Do you want to know all the places people like to kiss? Sometimes even late at night. You wouldn't believe the time men want to kiss.
But yeah, literally, if South Park was one of those like shows that didn't do offensive comedy and made fun of only certain people, they would
Mhm.
still have Chef. He Chef was so fucking hypocritical. They made fun of Christians, Jews, black people, white people, Asians, but they make fun of Scientology and suddenly he's like, "Oh no, we're clutching his pearls." Clutching his pearl.
That is like the only skill I have is going,
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you do that.
you just relax. You just kind of have to relax your bottom lip, but maybe you have to have a bottom lip as well. If anyone doesn't know, it's that meme thing where people like suck their bottom lip in and out and like they're crying.
Like with The Emperor's New Groove, I feel like is a really good example of that.
He does that?
No, but like the little kid did that. Like the kids did that.
Oh, yeah. But like it was a thing on TikTok for a long time.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kenny McCormick.
Kenny. He's
I would almost put him in lawful good because of Mysterion.
I was just thinking that. Like
But maybe
he truly does nothing for anybody.
But it's like I think it's neutral good because like he's a vigilante, so that's like technically breaking the rules. you know, because it's like
But
he might break the rules, he might not, but it's for the good of others.
honestly, yeah,
Because it's
neutral
like
good.
Mysterion is a vigilante, so it's like that's technically like breaking a
Or
rule.
or would we call him chaotic good because he keeps dying in chaotic ways and coming back to life.
I mean, I guess, but it's like this whole thing is like how you follow the rules, I guess.
Okay, so neutral good then.
Neutral good. Kenny! Oh,
Drop me
here we
like one of your
go.
French girls, Jack.
The comedian himself, the Jimmy.
Jimmer.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing is when. What the fuck are you doing? This is not WWE, Ava. For those who don't know, Ava those who can't see, I should say, Ava decided to like take the cord of her microphone and have it hanging in her face. I'm like, this isn't fucking WWE. I guess it's not a thing anymore, but
Oh
Jimmy.
gosh.
My favorite thing about Jimmy though is like when they're like, there's one time they needed to flee. I think it was when they were at Pioneer Village and it got taken over by those thieves who robbed the Burger King.
Mhm.
The Burger King thing is also funny, because it's like it was like a real heist, and that always made me laugh because the guy was like, "I want my cut now," because I don't know if you're gonna like and so they give him a little bit of money and a bag of like burgers, and he pulls out the burger and like flips through it like it's a thing of it's like a thing of money, and that always made me laugh. Jimmy is he's definitely neutral because I mean he was on steroids that one time, but he's not malicious.
Yeah,
He's just
he
kind of
he did it for good and ended up going all. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. He ended up beating his girlfriend
oh, that was really sad.
and getting
But
on
he kind of
steroids.
like yeah, besides that episode, he doesn't really he's just kind of like he's not purposefully evil, but he's not purposefully good either. So I'm going to say chaotic neutral because of that episode of doing steroids.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who I should have added? I didn't think about it. I should have added the Queef sisters.
Oh my god. What are their names again? What are their names again?
I have no idea what their actual names are. They just call them the Queef sisters.
The Queef
I
sisters.
will not be your gynecologist if you queef up my face.
Okay, I'm sorry, doctor. I'm sorry, doctor.
Well,
All
look
right.
at mine. Ah, queef sisters.
Ah!
I love the way they go. I love the way I said quaff. My favorite thing about the Canadians as well is that they have that their accents doesn't even sound like Canadians, like real
No,
Canadians.
nothing like Canadians.
My favorite character, Butters.
Butters. I'm gonna call him a lawful good.
But also I mean, I guess he only breaks rules because Cartman tells him to because he doesn't know any better.
And the only times he does like illegal shit is because he's
It's
just
because of
simply
Cartman.
dumb. Well, no,
Yeah,
because
he's
he
just-
pinched that girl on what's called St. Patrick's Day, and then he
yeah,
was a
he's
pimp.
just oblivious, if anything.
Yeah,
He doesn't realize what he's doing is very illegal.
he's one of those coddled kids that's raised by helicopter parents.
Oh my gosh, like that one episode where his dad kept lying to him as to what his wet dreams were
Yeah,
and what the shit that came out of his was.
and then it led into Cartman drinking his.
No, the whole team for Sarcastable. Remember?
I forgot that part.
Yeah, everyone
just-
drank it.
I just remember the scene where he was going into the closet, just opened it, and it all just slid into his mouth.
Listen, I can't drink Pedialyte or things like that. Like if it's thicker than water, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Except slushies. Slushies are different. It's me, your local school mom. I didn't put my hair up 'cause it was driving me nuts.
Good morning, Miss Calhoun.
Nope. Mm-mm. 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 I don't want to run. I don't want to remember that time in my life. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trigger you into next week.
I was an elementary school teacher, and you all know this, but I'm not going to reiterate. It was just, I had a bad time when I was teaching. There was a lot of administrative issues, as well as the children were not my favorite, and I didn't really have the patience for it, and
Children suck.
it was miserable for me. I'm sure there's people out there who love children, like are great teachers. So I don't like talking about my teaching negatively because there are people out there that really enjoy it. I personally just had a bad time
Yeah, no.
because I obviously work for a college, and I don't like because we obviously need teachers. I don't like deterring people from a teacher because I didn't enjoy it. So that is my
I'm just
disclaimer.
gonna say, elementary school kids these days are like a completely different breed than like our
They really
generation.
are.
No, like
And
literally,
especially being a music teacher, I
they
mean,
just have so much attitude now.
they really do. Like, I don't, I'm going to sound like a fucking boomer, but a lot of this like early integration of technology is just like really unhealthy to the point where like they're obviously used to instant gratification. So they don't have the capacity to like work at something that is a gradual process, like becoming a musician, which takes time and effort. Plus, you have to wait for your body to develop, especially if you're going to be a vocalist. But like that can be put into instruments too, because you have to let your fingers get stronger, like you have to let your limbs get bigger and things like that. So like they don't really have the patience anymore, and they also don't really have the ability to entertain themselves like we did, like because like there are times we were just left to our own devices and we obviously didn't have a device to like play with always, so it's
Oh
like they
yeah.
have a harder time like entertaining themselves without like it's hard for them for books and things like that.
I remember being, you know how laptops are normal these days in schools?
Oh yeah, I
Like,
didn't get my own personal laptop in terms of like our school. Did you go to school where like you got your own device that was like checked out to you and you could take it home and things like that?
oh no, we had like the computer card, and there
Oh,
were
I mean,
always
we did in
10 that were
elementary
never
school.
charged.
Hmm. I mean, we did in elementary school. Like we started getting computers in like third grade, but it wasn't very often, and we got to play games and things like that. Like we started computer lab and typing and all that thing in like third grade. But yeah, we started getting that's when we really started getting computers. And then oh gosh, I remember the big box computers in the computer lab.
I have an observation. I feel like
If it's that I'm old, I'm gonna kill you.
what?
I said if it's because I'm old, then I'll kill you.
No, I was gonna call like us old and like how we grew up with technology versus this generation because we grew up like along with the internet. So I feel
Hmm.
like all of us were like very from a pretty young age, we could pretty much do code, like simple code, I feel like.
Within reason.
Within reason, yeah. Like I remember like learning in middle school how to like go inspect element and change your grade.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I remember in like seventh or eighth grade, we he taught us like basic code and so that we could design our own little websites.
Oh, I remember I back in middle school, we were given an assignment in computers to like make our own video game, which was
Oh, we didn't
like
have that.
the most basic program, and it was just like something to keep the kids distracted. I did a hey dun 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 got any grapes like duck song. Like I remember like learning all the code to do a duck song video game.
That's really cute though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that is true. We did learn, like, we got to learn coding and things like that. But also, we had parents that were, like, obviously less interested in technology and didn't understand technology. So it's like, of course, you weren't getting a cell phone until, for me, it was like, honestly, eighth grade. And for that entire year until I was like a freshman, it wasn't very often that I got to keep it on my person. Like, my mom would give it to me when I was like, I need to be able to call her, like, if I was going to like on a trip or something.
Yeah. I remember before seventh grade, like I just had
Well,
like
I
a
might have been a
flip
seventh
phone,
grader actually.
like my mom's old flip phone that she didn't need anymore. And
Yeah, I had like a
for
razor we got off of eBay.
mine was like it was weird. It was an LG phone and you like twisted it.
Interesting.
Uh, but I had that, and then eighth grade was when I was given like an actual phone.
Yeah.
And I remember like that was like the shit back then, getting an iPhone.
I had a razor, a pink razor. And I remember all I wanted for Christmas was one of those ones with the sliding, like the sideways keyboard. And I ended up getting a droid, but God, it was one of the older droids, like new mod, like the one of the those old models. And I went through like five of them because it was like I would drop it, like it would get like one bad drop and the battery would stop working.
Ugh.
Yeah, I literally went through like five or six of them before I got like an old iPhone. But I mean, yeah, our parents were even less interested in technology than we were. Like, learned how to type through typewriters and big ass box computers with like the tiniest little screen. Anyways, we better get through this because we have a fat stack left.
Oh my God. We've been on
Veronica
that
Crabtree.
chaotic evil.
Yeah, no, yeah. Ah! Good morning, Mrs. Crabtree. Ah! This guy has a name. Ned Gerblansky. Blansky.
He's one of the bar
Gerblansky.
dudes. Like, that's always in the bar with Randy.
Yeah, he's one of Randy's dudes. The thing, he always like made me so uncomfortable when I was a kid because he had one of those voice modulators, and I still don't truly understand how those things work, and they creep me out. I'm sorry to anyone who uses one of those, but they like give me the heebie-jeebies.
It just basically vibrates your vocal cords so you can speak.
Yeah. I've seen someone use it where he like puts it in his mouth and talks around it and it makes noise. And I thought that was interesting. But he's true neutral because he doesn't do much. He's just kind of one of those shitheads, you know?
Yeah. I don't even
Lily
think he
over
gave
here.
himself ball cancer to bounce balls with
He
Randy.
wasn't really, he's technically a classic character. Like, I have not seen him around. He was not I have not seen him. Like, I don't know where he's at.
He's just
Lily,
gone.
what you up to? Lily over here is like flopped on her back. She looks like a dead fish.
Oh,
Lily,
really?
you good, fam?
Okay, we have been going off on so many tangents. Officer Barbrady.
Yeah, we need to start rapid fire.
Um,
Officer Barbrady, I'm gonna say
chaotic
know.
good?
yeah, because it's like, I don't know, he's just like a bumbling oaf. He doesn't really like break rules.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not ready for this one. You are not ready for this one.
Rami, bitch.
Lisa Burger. Lisa Burger.
Lisa,
You wanna look good, bitch? You better work, bitch.
the thing is, I'm gonna pop up a picture of myself on the screen. She is exactly what I looked like in 4th grade, and it's
No!
fucking horrible.
I love Lisa Burger. She was so funny to me. Oh my gosh. I mean, is photoshopping against the rules? Is making yourself look different against the rules per se? I feel like she's like true neutral.
Yeah, she's like a true neutral.
I mean, she was only in one episode, but I thought she was fucking iconic. Anyways, Kyle's cousin Kyle.
Oh God, he
Sheila.
chaotic good. I feel like because he's just a fucking.
He does follow the rules. He's just so fucking annoying. Like, he overly follows the rules. He's just annoying.
Yeah. So
I don't know what the fuck my dog is, but I guess should we put him in lawful good? He really is a rule follower to the point where he's like, Aunt Sheila.
yeah, lawful good.
Ike Broflovsky.
He is chaotic good.
Yeah, because he fights for his people, but he also is like, you Mexican bitch. You are stupid fuckwads. Anyways, I find him hilarious, but it's also because Trey and Matt get their actual children to just curse into a microphone.
Oh my God, his daughter is so fucking adorable. I love her.
I know. It's so cute. I remember I think you sent me the video when they were recording the I See Dead Celebrities episode? I'm just a little girl. A dainty little thing. Shamo. Oh.
I feel good.
Na-na-na-na-na. Anyway, I think I already have an opinion of this. Clyde Donovan.
True neutral.
He's just one of those person caught in the crossfire that is Eric Cartman.
Yeah.
Linda.
She's
true
a bitch.
neutral. She is a bitch, but like she kind of just listens to Steven, you know?
Yeah, true neutral.
Cause she just kind of like she's a bitch, but she kind of just flows with that. Like she just listens to what Steven is, like a housewife does. Here we go. Woodland Critters.
God.
I feel like it's chaotic evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
We said it at the same exact time on my end.
Nice. Lily comes. Here we go. Nicole Daniels.
I know
Another
nothing about her.
true neutral. She just kind of is another character.
She exists. And that's all we can ask from her.
It's Token's girlfriend. Because Kyle liked her, and then everyone was like, she needs to date Token or something. I don't know. PC principal.
PC principal.
He's lawful good. Chaotic good. No, he's lawful good. He's all about following the rules and shit.
Yeah, let's call him lawful good.
It's a microaggression. Okay.
Okay.
Here's our another main character, Stan Marsh.
Stan Marsh, true neutral.
I don't know. I'm almost put him in neutral good. Well, no, now you say true neutral because Stan does his own share of stupid shit, I'd say.
Yeah.
I might almost go lawful neutral because he never really blatantly breaks rules, you know?
That's true.
Da, 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 da. Get in there. I almost want to save him for last, but here we are. Eric Cartman.
Oh God, chaotic evil.
Chaotic evil.
There's nothing good about that kid.
Grandpa Marsh.
Grandpa, chaotic neutral.
Yeah. All I remember from him is he just like senile rantings.
Yeah.
Oh God, here's the truest neutral of the truest neutrals. Red MacArthur.
Yeah, neutral.
She's just one of those little girls that's just a bitch to everyone. Like she just like, I don't know. All I remember from her is she's like, she randomly has like a shitty quip to say, but she's like, she just kind of like does what the other little girls does, which is not uncommon in little girls.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. Craig Tucker.
Neutral.
I want to, yeah.
Neutral.
We're probably gonna have a lot of true neutrals in here.
We need a bigger neutral envelope.
Well, that's not happening. I think I know where he's gonna be going. Tolkien.
True neutral.
Thank you, Lily. Do you like Tolkien? Is Tolkien your favorite? Is that why you're being so annoying? Yeah, he's probably another neutral here.
Yeah, neutral.
Oh, here we go. Dr. Mephisto.
I remember nothing about that man.
He's the one who did all the like genetic experiments and like made all like, you know, the one who grew a off of
Oh yeah.
grew a off of a rat for Garrison. But he also in the game he made he grew sixth graders with multiple butts. Will you
Yeah,
stop
Kegel.
yawning? You did that yesterday and it pissed me off. Don't mess with humanity. Here we go.
Don't mess
Wendy
with the shadow
Testerberger.
She
I'm gonna
is
say lawful good.
yeah, lawful good.
Because she's like a social justice warrior.
She's so good that she's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this guy I know nothing about. Pip Perrip.
You
A class
didn't remember
character.
him yesterday.
Yeah, when we watched the episode and he was like there and I didn't notice.
Yeah,
I have no
I was so
idea.
surprised. He was just, I'd say chaotic good, honestly.
He's just kind of someone to be made fun of.
Yeah, he was good, but a stereotypical Brit. Pip pip cheerio.
Oh, here's a classic. Mr. Slave.
Mr. Slave, chaotic. No,
I think he's true good. He's a good guy. Like,
Yeah,
so
but
what if he put Paris Hilton up his ass?
I was gonna say he has to be chaotic good because only he would agree to shove Paris Hilton up his ass.
Listen, I just work here. PC babies.
Chaotic good.
I love the PC babies. Honestly, I know they always like PC and strong woman are like, oh, we can't be together because like I'm your boss and blah 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 blah. They're such a cute couple though. Ava, wait, Ava, Cthulhu,
Chaotic evil.
chaotic evil.
La Llorona
Llorona,
de
Llorona.
Celeste.
Okay, your Spanish is not that good.
It is not that good, especially when I'm high.
I feel maybe it's in my brain, but I feel like I'm a better singer when I'm high.
I feel like, yeah, I'm worse at everything in high. Oh God, Bebe.
Bebe Stevens. Personally, I think Bebe is just a
Yeah, she's a true neutral.
yeah. She pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
God, she pisses me off. Like she is the epitome of like a mean little girl. Like as a teacher, there's like some kids in a class that you can tell are going to be little mean girls, and it just makes you angry because you can just see it.
Yeah.
Here's our chaotic neutral Tweak.
Oh God, yeah. Chaotic neutral.
Oh, Tweak.
Poor Tweak. It's not his fault that he's an
Oh,
anxiety-ridden
Here
child.
we go. Dougie O'Connell. Isn't he the hall monitor?
Yeah, lawful good.
Yeah, he's lawful good. Until the Gingers took over.
Yeah, but it's about time that the Gingers had an uprising.
They did. When Cartman thought he was Ginger.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's about time.
Big gay Al.
Big gay Al. We love chaotic neutral.
Chaotic good.
Yeah.
Chaotic. He just kind of, him and Slave just love each other. That's pretty much it.
All right, chaotic good.
We love you, BB.
For Mr. Slave. I
So they can
wanna
be
be a
together.
slave. I wanna be
Wanna
your
be
master.
your master. Mhm. Anyways,
Thank you
yeah,
for
we just
joining
fucking
us on
did that.
BBC Radio
So,
1.
Ava, we need our own catchphrases. If this ever gets anywhere, we can't keep starting and stopping with other people's phrases.
Okay, I'm sorry, BBC Radio 1. Um,
Anyways, we
what
did
can I
that. That's a thing we
say
did today.
except fuck?
Yeah.
That is my catchphrase.
Join us next time when we do something else. I don't know. We usually think of an idea right before we start recording.
Yes.
Except that I took time to do this one.
Yeah. All right. So
Anyways, bye, bitches. Go fuck yourselves. Stay classy, San Diego.
stay classy, San Diego.